birthday!
Oh, thank you!
Thank you, let's try it. Tastes so good, it's really vanilla taste.
Yeah, we added ethylvanillin to it instead of regular vanilla extract. Do you like it?
Yeah, but why is it more stronger than normal one?
I don't know. Let's ask a question. Hi, I'm the professor they were talking about. And to get back to their question, we need to go back a couple hundred years to when vanillin made its breakthrough. Queen Elizabeth was the first to popularize it, but now, in the modern age, who doesn't need an artificial additive? That was a joke. Ethylvanillin produces a stronger flavor and scent than regular vanillin because the methoxy group of vanillin was replaced with an ethoxy group. This seemingly small change has allowed ethylvanillin to achieve 3 times the potency of vanillin. Other than its taste, ethylvanillin has been heavily studied for therapeutic purposes. Preclinical in vivo studies have been performed on mice and chick embryos, and results have shown that ethylvanillin has anti-angiogenic, anti-inflammatory, and anti-nociceptive properties. For anti-angiogenic studies, chick chorioallantoic membrane assays were performed. The chick embryo was administered with dosages of ethylvanillin during growth phase and monitored for activity over a period of a week. There were positive results for certain levels of anti-angiogenesis. For anti-inflammatory and anti-nociceptive studies, mice were administered with ethylvanillin before given acetic acid. They were also induced with carrageenan inflammation in their air pouches. After the experiment, increased inhibition of vascular permeability and pain were observed with the increase of ethylvanillin concentrations.
Hi guys, today in our lovely cookbook we are going to be making ethylvanillin. Ethylvanillin has 10.8 grams of pea cresol. It has 100 milliliters of anhydrous methanol. It's got 16 grams of sodium hydroxide solid, some rhodium acetate and cuprous chloride that's going to be in about a 1:2 ratio, and we're also going to have some chlorine gas paste and 7 grams of sodium ethoxide. Now, if you're wondering about the methodology on how to make this, you're going to first dissolve the pea cresol in the methanol, and you're going to use methanol as a solvent rather than water. And this is because cresol is actually a little bit hydrophobic, so it doesn't work as much with water. Next, you're going to add your sodium hydroxide to the solution, which acidifies it. And then you're going to follow that up by the rhodium salt and the cuprous iodide, which act as catalysts and speed up the reaction. Alright, so now you're wondering, what do you do with this mixture that you have going? Similar to how you might cook in the kitchen, you're going to heat it, the whole mixture, to 50 degrees Celsius in an air-filled environment. So for your next step, you're going to separate the organic solvent from the aqueous solution via extraction. And then you're going to conduct a crystallization, which is going to isolate the p-hydroxybenzaldehyde. Alright? And after that, you're going to add some chlorine gas until the p-hydroxybenzaldehyde is chlorinated, which gets you 3 chlorine, 4-hydroxybenzaldehyde. And so in the last and final step, you're going to add some sodium ethoxide to synthesize the 3-ethoxy-4-hydroxybenzaldehyde, which is also known as the ethylvanillin. Alright, so aside from this recipe that I have here, there are plenty of recipes that will get you ethylvanillin or vanillin, including eugenol or isoeugenol processes, the Savarol process. You could also use the Reimer-Tiemann reaction, which is but this one is one of my personal favorite ways to synthesize it. Alright, so what you might be wondering is, how should my product look in the end? Like, what am I looking for in terms of properties? Your product is going to be a fine white powder with a molecular weight of 166.17 grams per mole, a melting point of 76 to 78 degrees Celsius, and a boiling point of 285 degrees Celsius. And with that, you could use it in multiple uses, as you will see in our next segment with our chef.
Hi everyone, we'll be using ethylvanillin to make our coffee today. Ethylvanillin targets specific olfactory receptors. These receptors are located in the nasal cavity, which are responsible for the sense of smell. When ethylvanillin binds to these receptors, such as olfactory receptor 73, by interacting with key amino acid residues in the ligand binding pocket, it triggers receptor activation. This activation leads to perception of a sweet, vanilla-like scent, contributing to the flavor enhancement in certain products. Ethylvanillin is an ingredient in infant formula, contributing to improved safety by increasing the susceptibility of the bacteria Carnobacter to heat treatment. Carnobacter is a germ naturally found in dry foods, but in the presence of ethylvanillin, it could potentially reduce the risk of contamination. Based on genotoxicity studies, ethylvanillin does not directly cause genetic changes, but enhance the effects of myomycin C. Myomycin C can be used in treatments of certain cancers and can prevent the division of cells, inhibiting the progression of cancer. Studies have indicated that e-cigarettes include flavoraldehydes, like ethylvanillin, in solvents such as propylene glycol. This creates flavoraldehydes, PG-VG acetyls. PG acetyls have shown to impact respiratory epithelial cell mortality. Epithelial cells play a crucial role in the airways by removing harmful substances from the air. Damaging these cells can lead to harmful health effects to your respiratory system.
Welcome back to our classroom, guys. Let's talk more about ethylvanillin. So excessive consumption of artificial flavor can potentially pose risk to human health, manifesting in symptoms such as headaches, nasals, vomiting, difficult breathing, and in several cases, issue with liver and kidney function. Study on animals, specifically talk about rabbits and have shown that repeated dose of the vanillin and ethylvanillin, about 20 micrograms per kilogram of body weight, can lead to toxic changes in their tissues. These changes may include muscular weakness, excessive tearing, difficulty breathing, collapse, and even death in the coma. So this finding underscores the importance of modification and caution when consuming artificial flavor, as excessive intake can have adverse effect on health. Ethylvanillin should be used in caution in high dose, but most store-bought products are dilute, so there's highly unlikely to happen to our daily life. Moreover, ethylvanillin protects the kidney from diabetic nephropathy by inhibiting the apoptosis and oxidative stress, which is a prospective therapeutic way. Remarkably, ethylvanillin has strong antioxidant ability by efficiently reducing the reactive oxygen species and malonyl dioxide concentration in diabetic nephropathy model, thus decreasing the oxidative stress in kidney tissues. Besides the impressive antioxidative capabilities of ethylvanillin, it suppresses apoptosis by lowering the expression of the key apoptotic indicator like VAX and CAPS3. Ethylvanillin prevents kidney cells from going through apoptosis by changing the expression of several key components involved in programmed cell death. The anti-apoptotic action helps to protect the overall impact of ethylvanillin in diabetic nephropathy, which could maintain the structural and functional integrity of the kidney and slow the process of kidney damage linked to the disease. This effect also benefits the therapeutic process for Alzheimer's disease. Last but not least, the ethylvanillin was first found in natural product by studying the flavor compound in strawberry in 2023. There is another paper finding out that there are ethylvanillin found in Thai rice cultivars. But comparing to the concentration of vanillin as at a really low concentration, the new finding can lead to the new further research into the biosynthetic pathways involved and the gene and protein responsible for its production. Okay, that's all. Thank you for coming, and